Hi everyone! In my last community, I try to share my learnings from experience with building communities. And today, I'd like to use a similar perspective in looking at learning, because I believe learning and community building have so much in common. Learning is not an individual act, but it should be seen rather as a collective performance. And my first point, the power of involvement, is a perspective that shows us how much we actually gain if we learn in a collaboration. The more we're involved and the more we're engaged in learning, and I can see it on the cases from your classes really every day, the deeper we are learning, and the more learning is becoming sort of an experience rather than just gaining kind of a knowledge. And sometimes I hear from you that actually the mission of an inspirational teacher is not to be needed by a student, because student can learn themselves in the collaboration, and it has a nice parallel in seeing students actually as teachers teaching each other. So the engagement, collaboration, and involvement are so important, as well as communities are not built themselves. There are a process of a collective performance. Another point I want to mention here is that learning is a never finished state of mind, as well as the communities. The process of building community is a process that it's always going on. The more we learn, the more curious we get. And ideally, the students in the classrooms are becoming lifelong learners as we fuel their curiosity and we let them collaborate and get really involved in deep learning. The last point I want to share is the power, or let me say the superpower, of adventure. Adventure is an experience that goes beyond the daily routine of students, and so it fuels them with a new curiosity, new passion, and with a new excitement to go on in their learning in this never-ending process, and to collaborate together and get involved in learning new things. And so we see that that a circle gets created here, and seeing you really involving students in an amazing way, helping them learn and become lifelong learners and bringing new adventures to their classes is something that I see so important, and which is something that I believe also helps to create new learning communities. Now, I mentioned just a few of those, and I would love to hear from you. What are other aspects of educational community building on one side, and also of learning of another side? Let me know. I'm curious to learn from you, and hear you pretty soon.